today because we are completely snowed in here in Washington State. But anyways, I thought I'd take advantage of coming to the basement, putting a workout together for me and you. So you're gonna see a bunch of different exercises. I did 25 of each and I did 4 rounds, but that doesn't mean that you have to do that many rounds or that many reps. There are some modifications that you'll see during this workout, but I figured this requires no equipment, just your body, so you can always do this one at home. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you're all doing really well. And if you're in Washington, I hope you guys are staying warm and staying inside and staying safe. Otherwise, the rest of you guys, send us some sun. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye.
So I started my workout with some cardio. Plie jacks is what you're seeing right here. You're going to see that I'm going to be going from cardio to strength training, back and forth, doing intervals, which I really love to do. Here I'm going to be doing a flutter kick. You'll see that I have my hands underneath the lower part of my spine to support my back if you need more back support, or you can bring your arms up over your head, making it more advanced, making sure you push your low back into the floor, but still continue that flutter. Then moving on to some cardio. Mountain climbers, one of my favorite cardio exercises that I use in interval training. You're using a lot of your muscle groups and bringing that heart rate up at the same time. I also like to add this advanced move where you're bringing both knees up to each side, back and forth. Definitely a kicker, and definitely bringing that heart rate up before you go back down and do some more conditioning. The next exercise is an abdominal exercise, and this is just a scissor, back and forth, and you can also put those hands under your back for more back support. Again, more cardio. This is definitely a fun one. You can do it slower or faster or at my rate. Here, you're definitely bringing that heart rate back up again. Moving on to a little bit more conditioning. Here we have that plank position with that rotation. Bringing it up and down, bringing it back up and down. Definitely make sure that you do both sides so that you can strengthen both sides evenly. This exercise is a little different. You'll see the arm out first for a beginner, and then you'll see me bring my hand up to my head. This is focusing on a real center area of the triceps. This might look easy, but once you try it, you're definitely going to feel a burn in that tricep. Again, you want to make sure that you do both sides. On to more cardio. Here's the burpee, one of my favorite exercises as well that I use during a lot of my interval training. You're using a lot of your muscle groups coming down doing that push-up, as well as coming back up, jumping, and then back down again. This definitely will bring that heart rate back up, and then prepare yourself to go back to some more conditioning. Here is the oblique twist. Again, another abdominal exercise that's working your rectus muscles, which is in the center, and then a lot of your oblique is being used when you're rotating and twisting. And here we are going into some squats, nice and slow and controlled, and then bringing it down and up, down, watching your form, keeping your body up nice and tall. Then after those squats, bringing it into a squat jump or tap jump to bring that heart rate up even more after those squats. Moving on to more conditioning, the hip thruster. Here you'll see that I actually modified the hip thruster just to make it a little harder by lifting up one leg, pushing up and down, definitely putting more stress and more work on the hamstrings and the glutes. You're going to be doing both sides, of course, and if you'd like, you could also put some weight across your hip area, and that will just cause more work to those hamstrings and those glutes. More cardio, jumping jacks. You can do just standard jumping jacks, you could do flying jumping jacks, or you can do half jacks. But it's time to bring that heart rate back up during this interval training session. Now moving into more conditioning and of course more core, that reverse crunch, bringing your knees up and down, up and down. This is more a beginner position, But then you can also straighten your legs and make it more advanced, bringing those heels up and down, almost as if you're stamping those feet on the ceiling above you. On to more cardio. Here's that plyo lunge that I love so much. Just splitting those legs back and forth, pushing off the floor and back and forth. Nice big lunges, bringing that heart rate up for your cardio portion. Here's another strength conditioning exercise. This is the down, down, up, up plank you'll see here. I actually show you two different views of this exercise. Here's another view where you can see where I'm coming down on my elbows, back up, coming down back on my elbows, and back up. Once again, you're using a lot of those muscle groups, but this is one great exercise for that core. And then on to high knees, bringing that heart rate back up again. If you cannot do high knees at this rate, you can just bring one knee up at a time at any rate that you'd like, just bringing that heart rate up. Now we're back to more conditioning. We're doing that bicycle exercise. We're using a lot of your oblique muscles when you're rotating back and forth, back and forth. These are one of my favorite abdominal exercises because it uses all three of the major core muscles in your abdomen. And then moving on to the Russian twist. Here I've advanced it some by bringing my feet up off the floor. You can also add weight as well as you could lift up one leg or the other leg, switching back and forth, or you could also advance it even more by bringing both feet up at the same time. And then this is your last cardio exercise. So you should be happy and smiling by now. Here's singles, and then moving on to doubles. 2 on each side, back and forth, back and forth. Last cardio, last exercise. You should be nice and tired by now, and thank you so much.